Hello and welcome back to the channel. You join me on day 3 of leg 2, riding the world by motorcycle. Now, just before we crack on with the intro, I've got to do something absolutely nuts, something incredible, not that bad, but basically being a lord means I get to park outside the front, and there's a lord entrance. This is only designed for lords, and we proved this in yesterday's episode by sending up a peasant that crashed into the wall. Now I'm going to circumnavigate myself through this amazing lord's entrance so I can of course join Paul and Lee down here. Now Lee is Nightcrawler666 on YouTube. He got a better shot of Paul the peasant crashing his bike, but then we've got Paul travelling with us. Anyway, we've got a cool plan for today, but first of all let's roll the intro.
This adventure is supported by Ashworth Automotive in Weston-super-Mare, the #1 garage keeping you and Helmet Head on the road.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go down the lord's entrance to the peasants. Now, Lee's standing there, he's filming, he's ready to go. He's told me I'm not allowed to hit the panniers. He's very precious of the bike. I said to him, I'm a professional stunt rider. I've been in many films and I know what I'm doing, so don't panic. None of them believe me. Oh, hello. This is how you do it professionally. See? Do it very. Oh, hello. See, look, professional stunt rider. You see stuff like that in the fast and the very slow, but that is how it's done. Very quick, straight down there, no messing around, professional. And they were both going, you're going to slip down there. But I think I just proved my skill level. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Right, let me show you where we're going. Well, today's plan is we're going to a place called Gion, but we might not make it because I've got to make it all the way to PinkMyBike that's somewhere down in Portugal. It's got a map, look professional. So we're somewhere over here, and we've got to go. I need to get closer and get closer. Let's show the audience. We're somewhere around here anyway, and we're going to go away. That's 211 kilometres, but we're trying to get down to Portugal to somewhere around here to PinkMyBike tomorrow. But we want to get there for a reasonable time. That's 300 and something kilometres, but each day, because we're taking our time and enjoying breakfast and things, or not, or just taking our time.
I think we're there.
Yeah, we're there. That's it. Yeah, Lourdes Ludo. So yeah, that's the plan, to get to there, and we might end up staying there, but ideally we want to get here. But every day we go, we'll just bomb those miles down, and he's going to nod now because he's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
And then we get there and we go, actually it's like 5-6 o'clock at night, we need to book a hotel. Yeah. Anyway, shall we get on the road in true slow style?
Let's do it.
Right, Paul?
I'm good.
He's good. Well, goodbye Hotel Cosmopole in whatever it was called, Lads, Lords, Littles, Laddles. Anyway, anybody that's trying to follow my adventure will always find my destinations by pure quality pronunciations of every country in my native tongue, or natural tongue. Right, anyway, we are heading off now. First thing I need to do is obviously get fuel, because I didn't do that last night. Hopefully we can hack down some decent miles. The plan, the whole idea of today is going to be, we are going to get some amazing, beautiful north, oh hello, right, we're going to get some beautiful, lovely sort of north Spanish coast. I think it's the Atlantic Sea. Someone will tell me I've got that wrong as well, but we're going to ride along and see all this amazing, gorgeous, like seaside footage, and I'm going to try and talk in Paul into basically flooring his bike across some sort of seafront somewhere, because after my great suggestion of him trying to come up a Lord's ramp yesterday ended in disaster. what would go wrong if we went across a beach? It would be fine. But anyway, the plan is to do some miles, get some done, and then find just awesome discovery of cinematic footage. And of course, being a true 11 out of 10, what can go wrong? My bike's just developed noise, So we need to fix something here because it's making a right noise. We got a problem. Rear brake. It's sticking. No, it's when you put the brake on, you're getting the whoa, like it's
Not quite
yeah. When you're braking, it's making a horrible noise, like it's hitting against it. Now the thing is, when you're doing a world trip, it's really important to make sure that the person that's built the motorcycle, basically sponsoring the adventure, who is obviously the owner of Ashworth Automotive, because obviously it's Lee Ashworth, is here to fix your problems. I mean, he's just going to have to come on every leg of the adventure and fix every problem. What's your professional opinion? And you can use the word foutard, because you're allowed to say that.
No, I can't see anything wrong.
Oh, he's got the thingy torch.
I'm blind.
The one that goes on your head and looks like a small little man's genitals. Oh.
Plenty of meat on the pads. The caliper's not loose.
It's not loose.
Well, it moves, but it's meant to.
It was moving quite a bit. You know what to do? The way to find out is ride it down the car park, put the brake on, and you'll hear it.
Do the brake. Off. Do it again. Off.
Remember, the power is a lot, so don't full throttle it, because I know you're used to that GS, so just take it easy. I don't want him to wheelie it straight off, you know, professional and all that. So Lee's gone up and down the road a few times. We thought it might have been the rear caliper, then we thought it could be the front caliper, and then you discovered something.
I discovered something not very nice.
No, it's not very nice.
No, when it's in second gear, when you put it into second gear, it makes this horrific noise, and then when you pull the clutch in, it's still doing it, but slightly different. It doesn't do it in first, only does it in second. I'm not sure if it still did it in third or not.
We'll try that next. So the plan is to try adjusting the clutch first, because it's quite at the end of the biting point, just to see.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
we don't think it's going to work.
I'm trying to think of it all in my head, and I can't, other than the gearbox or a bearing on the hub. I think there is a bearing on the hub, but it would do it all the time, not just in second gear.
Well, let's try. Let's try
Yeah,
let's try that first, because we've got still a long way to go to get to PinkMyBike that will have probably the tools to fix it, or know somebody that
there's
can.
A mirror there, watch that.
Yeah, I know, I hurt my hand.
The tool to get the clutch out, but I can't see us do. You know,
there's a couple of thousand miles away.
Road. You've got to take the casing off. You've got to take the foot peg off, the casing off, and then there's a special nut socket, which is in my toolbox at work. I didn't think I'd be having to take clutches out. But yeah, let's adjust it.
That's just fine. Let's see what we can do. That's not good. Not good at all. See, you can't do it, can you? He can't do the special movie called the John Van Clan Man.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That man. The one with the muscles. Right, here we go. This is clutch slightly adjusted. Doing the mirrors for the makeup. Got the pose. No, they're still. From here, I can hear that noise.
Second gear.
Check your oil level.
It's just second gear.
Yeah. Second gear. Something's happened to second gear.
I know what we can do.
Not used. Well,
you push me till I get to 50 everywhere, and then I'll go in top gear. Even
once you get past second gear, it don't do it. So first, fine. Second, oh god.
I'd be interested on the big hills, because I drop down in second a lot. You know, when we're going up the big hills. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going because it's only got 4. It's only 4. It's not 5 gears. So fourth is like the overdrive. So it loses any hill. It loses it. So I have to pop it into third. Yeah. And then because obviously I'm so skinny. I mean, not fat at all anyway. Yeah. There's quite a lot of weight. So I'm having to drop into second at times to push it up. But worst case,
what I'm worried about is whether that's going to cause any damage to anything else,
in the meantime,
what's in the oil as a result of that, because it hasn't got separate motor oil and gear oil, it's all the same. If there's any result of some damage in the oil and it's going to be pumping around the engine, that potentially could be fatal.
Yeah.
Trouble is, option A needs the engine to come apart to do the gearbox, or option B, carry on, try to use second gear as least as possible and hope for the best.
This ain't good because if it completely fails, I mean, you need a tool as well, so it's not like I can just pull up to a garage and say, oh, can you strip down my entire gearbox to do it. It's that, stay or risk it. If I can get it, I think PinkMyBike from here is 400 and something like 500 kilometres. It's like 470, 480 kilometres. And then I can leave it there for 6 weeks, so we can get a mechanic, or Lee can come back with me. Well, he's come back with me anyway, but then we need to go on a massive tour. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Bumpoo. Well, the plan is to keep going because I'm not going to stop, and if it goes and seizes and it's knackered, then I'll have to go and bring the van all the way back or do something. I don't know. I'll sort it out. I'll figure it out. I know Lee's gutted because he's like, oh, I wish I'd brought this tool with me and that tool with me, but you can't predict that. So we are going to push on, and I'm going to try to use, so what I found is second gear is when it's grinding as you're decelerating, but the concern is, as Lee explained, is if it gets in the oil and it basically, you know, filings get in and cause loads more damage. But I've got to, I want to push on. And that's what I'm doing. Basically, I'm going to try to use second gear as least as possible. Like that. Basically go from first, second, into third. It won't work on a hill because of the 9 horsepower second gear I drop into all the time. So anyway, I'm going to keep trying. We'll see what happens. Worst case, this engine's going to lock up, and doing 50-60 miles an hour with a locked up engine is not good. It's not good at all. So I don't know, but I'm not giving up. As always, I'm not giving up because I'm going to do this. We're on a world trip. We'll figure a way. We'll get an engine. Something will happen. Something always happens. Someone always helps. But because of this, my aim was to go along the coast today, and that's part of the big thing I was looking forward to, is doing some serious coastal riding. And I've ditched the plan because I'm going to PinkMyBike. This is going to be stored there until leg 3, and they're also storing it for when I come back to start off leg 4, because they're giving us an unbelievable tour around Portugal. They are they are storing it, and they have said you can do maintenance. I'm partly hoping they've got a mechanic that could potentially work on this in the next 3 weeks or something. So what I've done is I've put straight there in, so I've got 475 kilometres to do to get there, and potentially try and get there today or by tomorrow. So it'll be what it'll be. It will be what it'll be. Come on now, positivity. It's fine. I can hear that. I can hear the second gear. I can hear it. I've just got to try to my best to avoid second gear. It'll be alright. We'll be alright. This is going to continue. I ain't giving up. Let's hope next time I switch this camera on in a second is not me on the side of the road. It's all good. Someone always helps. Always helps. People are amazing. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. Well, it looks like we've come up with some kind of random idea while going along. Lee's in front, and so I can keep up a faster pace, but I'm trying not to change down gears and trying to keep it in third and fourth. I'm basically tailgating Lee's rear end. Paul is slightly to the left of me as well, and what we're creating is a slipstream of awesomeness, and I'm trying to maintain speed more, but I don't know, I don't think it's working. Or is it? I can seem to gain a little bit. I was only doing 80 odd kilometres an hour, and now the problem is I'm getting very close to Lee's bottom, and I'm spending a long time bent down looking at Lee's bottom. Yes, Lee, I'm looking at your bottom. Anyway, this is fun. I feel like I'm, you know when you see the police try to stop somebody and you've got one next to you and one in front, and they're boxing me in. Yeah. So far in regard to the gearbox, I am not using second. We did stop a minute ago for Lee to sort something out on the sat nav, and I accidentally put it into second for a second, and it made an horrendous noise, a lot louder and worse than what it was. So whatever it is getting worse. To get to PinkMyBike, we've now got 424 kilometres. I reckon we try to get at least the 224 in, and ideally under 200 kilometres today, and still get to PinkMyBike tomorrow and see if they can help me. Well, let's see what happens. Right, let's keep hacking down these miles, let's keep doing this, and I'm going to keep staring at Lee's bottom. Well, we've just pulled in after doing basically what the red arrows do in regards to bike. By the way, that monkey bike will now do 130 kilometres an hour. My sat nav is talking to me. I thought we deserve a Red Bull, the drink of champions, the vitamin drink that keeps you healthy and safe. And I've also bought the boys a Bounty bar, so they've got more goodness in the coconut. But yeah, I'm not using second gear, and I'm actually managing to get away with it. And because we're doing that weird thing, I don't think we can keep it up though, to be fair, because it's the concentration level is unreal. I'm not having to drop into second when we go up a massive hill at the minute. So we're doing well, but we're just going to keep hacking miles and pray the engine doesn't seize or some bits of metal split and go in and cause a massive issue. That's the plan. But I just had a whole lot of fun doing that. 130, I was like, whoa! Awesome. Right, I'm going to enjoy my Red Bull and my coconut now, go back into French, and we're going to get back on the road and just try and do another 100k. Hopefully. Well, I've decided you don't need 4 gears. 3 gears is enough, because to be fair, but don't use the second gear at all, she's flying. And I mean, she is flying. So far I've done 130 kilometres an hour. She's not skipped a beat, we're zinging away, and I've literally pulled in here, 1, to go for a wee in the hedge, and 2, to have a little lie down with Ashworth and sunbathe. But now it's time to get back on the road. But all I say is, the new 3-speed monkey will be coming out very soon, because I'm sure Honda now will pattern this. You don't need 5 gears, you don't need 6 gears, you don't need 4 gears.
You just need a 3-gear Monkey GS.
Well, after that nice little break and chat, I've had a message from PinkMyBike. I've just had to change up gear, and they've just seen my post, and they've just said they'll come and collect me in their van, let me know if they need me, and they'll come and get me. And I've said I'm having a lot of fun on the 3-gear like Ashworth. I really appreciate it. If I break down, I will give them a call, and they've just said they've come up with a plan so they can come out and get me straight away. Just let them know. That's how awesome this place is. How awesome. So what I've done while we've stopped, what I've decided to do, I said to Lee and I said to Paul, I've put a camera on Lee's bike and I've put a 360 on Paul's, and I said, be sexy, film some sexiness, let's make something sexy. And I've said to them, imagine if you ever watched a TV series, Gladiators, where you've got Wolf and you've got a Jet, and they all do these sexy poses before they go to battle. That's what we're going to create. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you the sexy footage time on the motorway with a 3-gear Monkey, and we're sexy, the most sexiest men in the world.
Well, I am pretty sure that you can agree that was the most sexiest 80s style awesomeness of Spanish motorway riding. But we've now pulled in because what we've done is we have booked our hotel, what's about 87 kilometres away. That should mean, if I'm right, we're less than 200 kilometres for tomorrow to ride to PinkMyBike, and obviously then we can start getting things sorted to get the bike fixed. But we've done well, and we're getting there, and the bike is running fine. I can't put it into second gear. Even if I make a mistake, it makes this awful noise now, but it's still going. And I just had so many giggles today. It's been a laugh. But we're going to now do that last sort of chunk, that last sort of whack of miles, get to this hotel and have that well-deserved beer, I think, for today. Lee already thinks he's figured it out with another friend of his that's a mechanic, exactly what's wrong with my bike, and now he's itching to fix it himself, and even talk about flying back early to fix it. But it's going to cost him a lot of money for him to fly back back early before we do the leg 3, where we're going to be hiring Pink Monkey bikes where Lee and everyone else is, and for him then to get to there and fix it and stuff. It's all money, so I don't want him to do that because I don't think it's fair on him. But he's determined that no one touches the bike. But we'll see how it pans out. Either way, we're going to get to the hotel, we're going to have a beer, and we're going to chill. So let's just do those last few miles.
I don't know if you can hear that, but my bike's suddenly gone really fucking loud. Really loud.
So
I can't obviously use second, and now my exhaust sounds like my Harley Davidson used to sound with the Screaming Eagles on, and I'll show you why. So now Ashworth is so powerful, it's literally just blown the baffle of the exhaust. So now I've got a Screaming Eagle sound, and I wondered where you two had gone, and I didn't even realise it had happened.
I stopped to pick this up.
On a slip road?
Yeah, on the motorway.
Was it on the motorway or on the slip road?
On the slip road of the motorway.
Did
I just jaywalked.
Did you do like a like an army roll and grab it and rolled across?
I didn't.
Can we just lie and say that you rolled across like an army roll?
I done
just missed a car.
I done a bit of a Jean-Claude Van Damme dismount.
Oh, I've seen you do that, yeah.
Yeah. Combined with a left-handed reversed pecker tweak underdog. Oof. Which I can't really perform because if this is going on YouTube, I could get
illegal.
Arrested.
Yeah.
Found this in the road, ran back, decided it was a bit hot. Where should I put it? So we put it in the pie oven on the pan,
which is already hot.
It's already hot.
I'm just looking at what's happened because this was an absolute nightmare to try and get to stay in the first place.
Yeah.
And Kev welded that nut in there. Because the original thread just wouldn't...
Was knackered, yeah, because I kept having to tighten up before.
So he's welded that in. But that must have... Oh, yeah, it has. That's gone there.
Yeah, it's blew off because of the power. Since now I'm not using second gear, it's free speed. It's boosted the power out. Now, we've got to check in, that's our hotel behind us. But you're itching to get out and take stuff off the bike, aren't you?
I'm going to get all this off. And then I might have a petit cheval.
Shall we see if we can bring a beer out?
Bring a beer out, and then I'm going to take the timing cover off.
Just have a look.
Yeah.
Quality, and then hopefully. Oh well, we're not going to fix it here, but we're going to have a look.
We're going to see what's going on.
Let's go and check in.
Let's check in.
Now I've got a loud exhaust. I'm more manly, and we'll come back to Ashworth in a minute, and beer and hugs I think's needed. Do you want beer and hugs?
Beer and hugs.
Yeah, we'll have some man hugs tonight. Well, what an eventful day it has been, that's for sure. And obviously it's not over yet, because we're going to go and, well, basically, Lee's going to go and fettle the motorcycle, because people like to say fettle, but I think it sounds like you're doing something you shouldn't do. So we're going to go and have a look at the motorcycle, the Ashworth, the beast, and just see. Obviously Lee's not going to be able to fix it, but he just wants to have a look because he wants to confirm that it's the problem that it is. So at least if he has to hand it over to another mechanic, he can say, this is what we need and this is how you do it, kind of thing. But I'm going to go outside and stand there and pretend to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be with a lot of ums and ahs and agreements while I watch him work. But I've booked us in. I've paid for myself, everyone's paid for themselves, but I picked a nice hotel, a 4-star hotel, a hotel of good quality. So I don't mess up the name, but I still probably will. I'm going to show you on the map and I'm going to give you a quick tour. Then we'll go and stand out in the soaring heat with Lee, where he takes things off of the motorcycle and I nod and agree with him lots of times. So we are here in Valladolid, and we are staying in the Hotel El Jordan. Hotel El Jordan is where we're staying, but we're doing well. Now PinkMyMonkey is somewhere around here. We'll go more into that tomorrow. We should be sort of around 200 kilometres, if not less, from PinkMyBike. That's quite cool. So we're on track. Right, let me give you the tour of the hotel. Let's start with the bathroom and also something very, very important. But come with me, let me show you. This in here is the bathroom. Bath, shower. There is a shower in there. It's standard stuff you do get, because it's a 4-star, you get a comb. This is very important because you can comb your pubes, so you've got straight pubes and they don't get knotted. Obviously that there is a willy washer, you can pull that out and you can wangle it all over your willy, it's fine. Obviously sink, toilet and blow dryer to you know, blow the hair of the most sexiest lord in the world. And then, right, it's not massive to be fair, but I've gone for a double bed. But what I found everywhere I've gone through France, other than one hotel saying that, but through France, through Spain, they don't have coffee in the room, and it bugs me because I want a coffee in the morning. I want to wake up and make a coffee, and that's the first thing I do. They've got a proper Tesimo, and I think that's got biscuits and things in it. So I made myself a proper coffee. But the room, it's a nice room. It's overlooking the town with the telly, and obviously, like I said, somewhere to make coffee and edit. And it's lovely. It's really, really lovely. But the one thing that I love, look at this beautiful view. Anyway, the one thing I love, what I really, really love, is when I said I was a lord, and they saw that on the booking, they said, everything in here, my lord, is free for you. So we've got 2 beers and 2 waters. That makes a quality hotel. They now get 5 stars. I'm going to make it happen for them. Right, let's now go and touch the motorcycle up and fettle it and do things that will probably get us arrested. Let's just go and do that. It's roasting outside. We're going to get sweaty. Well, Lee will. I'm just going to stand in the shade and watch him. Anyway, let's go and have a chat with Lee. Hopefully that baffle, we can do something to get it back on, because it's actually like blown the bolt off. And I really don't want to have to buy another baffle exhaust and then obviously pay for someone to fix this, as well as I need to pay for someone to change the oil and service it while I'm away, because in 3 weeks I come back and do a major tour, so I need it right. Yeah, right, let's go and have a play. So first things first. Ka-ching, dude.
Cheers, dude.
We've made it this far, and to be fair, it's riding spot on as long as I only use the 3 gears. Obviously this baffle has come blowing off on the side of the road, and you were just saying to me before that you had to stop and do a, oh, we already had that conversation, a somersault across the motorway. You've only sip the beer and repeat it himself.
Literally just touched my lips.
The most important thing, do you want me to get started on the bike?
I want you to not touch a bike.
What, like ever again?
Pretty much.
Put it in a showroom and don't touch it.
Yeah, only ride it on a sunny summer's day if the wind is blowing at 2.5 knots in a southeasterly direction.
Yeah,
that's my advice. I mean, not being funny, all joking, nose to one side like a pair of cheap panties. That was never designed to do all this, so we all knew something. It was only a matter of time. But one of my mates who works in a garage next door but one to me has messaged me about it, and I'm going to take the cam cover off, the timing cover off, and have a look what he's on about, because apparently it's a common fault. It sounds very odd, but he reckons, and I think some people have said on your Facebook and mine, that the timing chain can rub against second gear when you're downshifting.
What makes sense, because what it's doing, exactly what it's doing.
Is a bizarre concept to me. I can't understand how a cam chain can, but hey, let's I'm just gonna take the time cover off and see if there's play in the chain. But I'm just going to drink a bit more of this first. The
most important thing to remember is that I am actually a qualified mechanic, so if you need any advice whatsoever,
I'll bear that.
Don't hesitate to ask me.
Bear that.
I will Google it.
In mind.
I'll Google it and I'll tell you the answer. Right, it's called fettling, isn't it? It's like when you're touching stuff up, so we're going to be touching this bike up.
Yeah.
I'll watch you touch it up, and then I'm going to ring the police and say some random dude's touching up a monkey.
Well, that would definitely.
Have you ever been done for doing a monkey? Well, you are now.
Not technically, no.
Well, we'll get that sorted today. We'll get the old, what are they over here? The Plaza down here.
Red caps, you got the red caps, Garda Civil, red caps.
I'll ring up and say some dude's fettling a monkey. Yeah. Send everything.
Send everything you got.
It'll be all right. Right, I'm gonna let Lee do the work. I'm gonna watch.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all.
Well, Lee, after our hard work, I know we've both got a sweat on now. You kind of said, oh, I know what that is, and you said you can fix it. Is that an instant fix, or is that way I'll fix it later?
If we had the part, potentially I could fix it. Yeah. Well, no, there's no potentially. I could fix it if we got that little plastic guide for the timing chain.
Well, if I ring my mate Charles, he'll get the helicopter.
Oh,
And he
he's back
could-
on speaking terms again now.
Yeah,
isn't
we are. Since he's had a
Yeah.
bad time, so we had
Yeah.
a couple of beers.
he? Yeah.
He could potentially chuck out the helicopter, because he can't hang around here too long because it's not his country. But if he
No.
chucks it out as he's passing by,
Yeah.
we could get that by
That could
tomorrow.
work.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll give him a call, see what he says.
I'm going to have a look on the internet in a minute, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right now, after a big day of problems and problems.
The baffle, however, is a different issue, but if it's noisy, then we can deal with that, can't we?
Well, we'll do something. But right now, it's time to end the episode, because we're going to go and enjoy some beers now and just chill out and have more of a giggle. What I'll say is, the most important thing of all is tomorrow we're going to make it to PinkMyBike, and we're going to have a plan. And we're going to sit down with a beer and we're going to come up with a plan. And I'll tell you all about it. We will have a plan. It won't work. We will have a plan, and I'm going to tell you all about it tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Thanks for being part of this adventure, and thanks for all the support and help. I'll catch you tomorrow. Ciao for now.